The movements involved in pro and recreational sport, all of the exercises that you perform in the gym, and the majority of the daily activities that you perform throughout a day all have one thing in common. They're built from a series of fundamental movement patterns. Learning and practicing these movement patterns is going to be the key to injury prevention and improving your physical performance. In the How to Move series, I'm going to show you how to perform all of these fundamental movement patterns so that you can move your best. Hi guys, welcome to Stout Sport Performance. In today's video, we're going to talk about carries. Now, I like to view carries as a fundamental movement pattern. Not everybody would, but I like to do that because it gives us a way to train the fundamental movement pattern of bracing. Now, if you've seen the other videos, I've already told you bracing is going to be, point number one if we're talking about moving with good quality, moving for high performance, and preventing injury. And what carries are going to be able to do is allow us to train that under a little bit of load. And we do this all the time. This isn't just an exercise or a motion you can perform in the gym. We really do carry stuff all the time. Think about when you take a trip to the grocery store, you have something in one hand. If you get a case of beer, you're carrying to a friend's house, you got a big case of beer in front of you that you got to walk somewhere. Last time you helped a friend move, I do it all the time. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a trainer. Everybody asks me to move. It's one of the downsides of being a sport guy is your job, but I'm always carrying stuff, and I'm sure you guys are too. So we want to make sure we do this right. All we're going to do is go through the bracing sequence and try to maintain our neutral pelvic position and also the position of our torso throughout the entire duration of the exercise. Now we can perform these by walking with loads in one hand, with loads in two hands. I'm going to demonstrate for you just to hold with weight in both hands. That's how I start carries off with a lot of my clients, just so they have a non-dynamic, a stable way to practice this concept of bracing, which is really what this fundamental movement pattern is. It's just practicing bracing, and we're going to call it a carry type exercise. So we're going to hinge at the hips. If you've seen the other videos, we're going to go through that bracing sequence, hinge at the hips, and then we're going to squat down the remaining portion of the way. We're going to grab this weight, stand, and we're going to go through that bracing sequence and slightly externally rotate our shoulders. We're going to hold this position for the desired amount of time. Make sure we're staying nice and tight in the core. And when we're done, we're going to hinge back at the hips, squat down to complete the movement, and put the weight back down on the ground. That's the fundamental movement pattern of carrying that's going to help train our ability to brace, which we're going to need to move well, and all of the other fundamental movement patterns that we've learned so far in this How to Move series. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube. We have 2 more videos to come in this playlist about jumping. Now, jumping wouldn't fall under the umbrella of fundamental movement patterns, but I think it's something that everyone should be able to do and should be able to do with good quality. So make sure you're giving those videos a watch. We'll see you next time.